The tomato, a symbol of summer, a burst of flavor, and a gardener's pride. A staple in gardens and kitchens alike, the tomato is versatile and finds its way into countless dishes, from fresh salads to hearty sauces. There's nothing quite like biting into a juicy, homegrown tomato, still warm from the sun. The taste, unmatched. The satisfaction, immense. It's a moment that makes all the hard work worthwhile. But let's face it, growing tomatoes isn't always a walk in the park. It can be a roller coaster of emotions filled with highs and lows. These vibrant fruits, while rewarding, can also be a tad dramatic. They demand attention, care, and sometimes a bit of patience. One day they're basking in the sunshine, the next they're throwing a fit with blossom end rot or cracking under pressure. It's as if they have a mind of their own, reacting to every little change in their environment. But fret not, fellow gardeners. Every challenge presents an opportunity to learn and grow. Every problem has a solution, and with a little understanding and a dash of wisdom, we'll have those tomato troubles sorted in no time. So let's roll up our sleeves, grab our gardening gloves, and get ready to tackle those tomato troubles head on. From blossom end rot to sun scald, proper pruning techniques to the best organic fertilizers, each issue has its own set of solutions, and with the right approach, you can overcome them all. Gardening is a journey, and every step, even the challenging ones, brings us closer to that perfect harvest. Let's talk about blossom end rot, a sight no gardener wants to see on their precious tomatoes. This common issue can be quite disheartening, especially after you've put in so much effort to nurture your plants. This pesky problem manifests as a dark, leathery patch at the bottom of the fruit, making it look rather sad and unappetizing. It's not just an aesthetic issue. It affects the quality and edibility of the tomato. It's enough to make a grown gardener weep. But what causes this disheartening ailment? Understanding the root cause is the first step towards prevention and cure. More often than not, it's a calcium deficiency within the tomato itself. Calcium is crucial for the development of the fruit, and a lack of it can lead to blossom end rot. Now, you might think your soil is rich in calcium, and you might be right. Your soil could be teeming with calcium, but the plant's ability to absorb it is what really matters. The presence of calcium in the soil doesn't guarantee that your plants are getting enough of it. However, the issue often lies in inconsistent watering, which disrupts the plant's ability to absorb calcium effectively. Inconsistent watering can cause fluctuations in the soil moisture levels, making it difficult for the plant to take up nutrients. Fear not, for this common problem has a relatively simple fix. Consistent watering is key. Ensuring that your plants receive a steady supply of water can make a world of difference. Make sure your tomato plants receive a good soaking every few days, especially during hot and dry spells. This helps maintain a consistent moisture level in the soil, which is essential for nutrient absorption. Mulching around the base of the plants can help retain moisture and regulate soil temperature, further aiding in consistent water absorption. Mulch acts as a barrier, reducing evaporation and keeping the soil cool. And if you want to give your tomatoes a calcium boost, consider using a calcium-based fertilizer. This can provide the necessary nutrients directly to the plant, ensuring they have what they need to grow healthy and strong. When applying calcium-based fertilizers, it's important to follow the instructions carefully. Over-fertilizing can be just as harmful as under-fertilizing, so balance is key. Picture this. Your tomato plants are thriving, laden with plump, juicy fruits. But wait, what's this? Cracks are appearing on the skin of your prized tomatoes. Don't panic, it's a common issue known as, well, cracking. While not always detrimental to the taste, cracked tomatoes are more susceptible to pests and diseases. The culprit behind this cracking conundrum is often rapid growth spurts, usually triggered by inconsistent watering. Just like us, tomatoes don't appreciate sudden changes. When a dry spell is followed by a deluge of water, the fruit expands rapidly and the skin, unable to keep up, cracks under pressure. The solution? You guessed it, consistent watering. Aim for deep, infrequent watering to maintain even moisture levels in the soil. Mulching, as we discussed earlier, can be a gardener's best friend in achieving this. Additionally, choosing crack-resistant tomato varieties can provide an extra layer of protection against this unsightly issue. We all love a bit of sunshine, and so do our tomato plants. But just like us, too much sun can be detrimental. Sun scald, as the name suggests, occurs when tomatoes are exposed to excessive sunlight, resulting in bleached, sunken, and leathery patches on the fruit. Not a pretty sight. This often happens when leaves are sparse, exposing the fruit to the sun's intense rays. It's like getting a sunburn, but for tomatoes. And just like we slather on sunscreen, we need to protect our tomato plants from the scorching sun. Providing some shade during the hottest part of the day can work wonders in preventing sunscald. You can use shade cloth, old sheets, or even strategically plant taller crops nearby to cast some shade on your tomato plants. Proper pruning techniques, which ensure adequate foliage cover, can also go a long way in protecting your tomatoes from the sun's wrath. You've nurtured your tomato plants with love and care, watering them diligently, ensuring they get the right amount of sunlight, and even talking to them. But alas, they refuse to bear fruit. This can be incredibly disheartening, especially after all the hard work you've put in. This frustrating phenomenon, known as blossom drop, can be a real head-scratcher for gardeners. It's a common issue that many face, and understanding the reasons behind it can help you take the right steps to prevent it. One day, your plants are adorned with promising yellow blossoms, and the next, they're dropping like flies. It's almost as if the plants are teasing you with the promise of fruit, only to snatch it away at the last moment. Several factors can contribute to blossom drop, and more often than not, it's a combination of culprits. Understanding these factors is the first step in addressing the issue and ensuring your plants can thrive. Temperature fluctuations, especially extreme heat or cold, can stress the plants and cause them to abort their blossoms. Tomatoes thrive in temperatures between 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and 55 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit at night. When temperatures go beyond this range, the plants can become stressed and drop their blossoms. Poor pollination, due to a lack of bees or other pollinators, can also lead to unfertilized blossoms that eventually drop off. Pollinators play a crucial role in the fertilization process, and without them, the blossoms can't develop into fruit. And let's not forget about nutrient deficiencies, which can weaken the plants and hinder fruit set. Tomatoes require a balanced supply of nutrients, including nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, to grow strong and healthy. So how do we combat this blossom dropping drama? The good news is that there are several strategies you can employ to help your tomato plants set fruit and thrive. Maintaining consistent temperatures as much as possible is crucial. You can monitor the weather and take steps to protect your plants during extreme conditions. If you live in an area with extreme weather conditions, consider using row covers or greenhouses to provide a more stable environment for your tomato plants. These can help shield your plants from temperature extremes and create a more controlled growing environment. To encourage pollination, attract pollinators to your garden by planting a diverse range of flowering plants. Flowers like marigolds, sunflowers, and lavender can attract bees and other pollinators, increasing the chances of successful pollination. And of course, ensure your tomato plants receive adequate nutrients through regular fertilization. Use a balanced fertilizer that provides essential nutrients, and consider adding compost or organic matter to improve soil health. Proper watering is also essential. Tomatoes need consistent moisture, but overwatering can lead to root problems. Water deeply and regularly, ensuring the soil remains moist but not waterlogged. Pruning can also help. Remove any suckers that grow between the main stem and branches to direct the plant's energy towards fruit production. This can improve air circulation and reduce the risk of disease. By addressing these factors and providing the right care, you can help your tomato plants overcome any of the problems we've discussed and enjoy a bountiful harvest. Happy gardening!